Howdy everyone, Pulcher here with an Age of Magic video, and in today's video we're going to look at the Titan Golem and how to defeat this character with a different team. Now this team can be done with 4 characters. As you can see, I've thrown Tyros in because Tyros is the character we would remove. It would really depend on how strong your Inpus is. Now, as this game mode is out for longer and longer, we are starting to see unique teams on the leaderboard, but this gives us more option for characters to use. And if you are struggling, you can definitely look at the leaderboard and what people are using. Just keep in mind though, if you start to see really funky teams, like there are some teams at the absolute top of the leaderboard that are constructed of 3 heroes, these characters are most likely heavily invested in. And I tried the 3-man team, I couldn't beat it. So I want you to consider that when I do show you my Inpus and how strong he actually is compared to what these other characters might be. Because my Inpus can't currently beat this boss, not even with 4 characters. I'll show you how close he gets, but just keep that in mind. So the team consists of Bliss, Danae, and Tanita with Inpus, and I've thrown Tyros in just to finish the boss off. You can use other characters that are multi-strike that have matching constellations. As you can see, we have Siri as an option. We have Astoria as an option. Possibly Shanat. Never tried him, but you potentially could. It really just depends on how much damage your Inpus can do. So keep that in mind. Now, for every character on this screen, honestly, you do not need much investment at all. Gear 11 on all of them would be fine. Even the Bliss could be Gear 11. Your Tyros could be Gear 11. Probably push him to Gear 12 if you have to use him. Inpus is the only character that needs investment for this team to work. So I'll show you my Inpus. You can see he's no joke. He's 7 Arcane Star. His medallion is level 80 Echo 3. Now keep in mind, if we look at his medallion, I don't actually have anything invested in stats. I haven't rolled for anything. If I was going to roll, it would probably still be damage reduction. If you were trying to use him for a Titan boss fight only, that's where you wanted him to succeed, you would be looking for attack damage. Just keep that in mind. As for his gear level 15, all his abilities are awakened. My Inpus is one of my strongest characters. I think he's in the top 2 lines of my heroes, so he's definitely no joke. Artifacts, though, are what really matters when it comes to the Titan fight itself. You are looking for artifacts that have multi-attack damage. That is the most important stat when it comes to the Golem, and depending on how strong this substat is, will depend on how easy the fight is, because that's going to determine whether you can do this fight with 3 heroes, whether you can do this fight with 4 heroes, or if you need to use 5. So I've shown you all of my character's stats. Like I said, he's not in any sense of the word weak. He is one of my strongest heroes, but he is still not strong enough to carry this fight with only 4 characters. So just keep that in mind. So we do throw Tyros in there, but I want to show you exactly how much damage my Inpus still does. Maybe he could get the kill if he got some lucky crits, but it's not important. So this is the team. We're using Bliss. Bliss is being used for his ability to double strike. He's going to allow Tanita's multi-hit ability to cast that twice. Tanita alone is going to be enough to remove the entire shield off of the protective stats off of the Golem. Danae is there to boost the stats of our characters, so she's making them even stronger, and Inpus there to deal the damage. So let's jump in and I'll show you exactly how the fight plays out. This is level 50, keep that in mind. Okay, so we're in fight. We are going to use our Enchanted Flute. So, like I said, cast True Strike on allies. Next time, these allies will deal damage twice, but it cannot be critical. True Strike dissolves. Okay, so that's the most important part. They can cast twice. Then Danae comes up. We're going to use our... That's not Danae. We're going to use Danae's Battle Cry. All right, base stats of all allies is increased by 25%. So we're going to cast that now. And then we are on to Tanita, and we are going to cast Blood Rose. So strikes 7 times, but because we're double casting, we're going to cast 14 strikes on the enemy. As you can see, he has 14 protective stacks underneath his health bar, and they are all going to disappear. Unless, of course, you have the The pillar selected as the enemy. So we are back at Tanita and we have the Golem selected. Make sure you select the Golem. It's probably one of the most infuriating things in the Titan fights is that the Titan itself is not selected as the primary target. It's the left-hand column for some reason. Probably because when the game mode was released, they intended us to kill the pillars first. No one kills the pillars. Pillars are obsolete. We go straight for the Titan. Okay, we're back on the Titan. We have him selected. We are going to cast Blood Rose. As you can see, it deals 7 bouts of damage. The boss has 14 stacks of protection, but that's going to go, there we go, 14 bouts of damage there because we can double cast the ability. We're going to come through with our Death Coil on our Inpus, and as you can see, bang, huge amounts of damage, like massive damage, and it still doesn't kill the boss. So, like I said, my Inpus is no joke. He just needs a little bit more. It's probably going to require attack damage on his medallion, or I'm going to have to be really, really lucky on an artifact that both matches Inpus and rolls into multi-strike damage. But the Tiras is going to be enough here to come through with his Stellar Rain and finish the boss off. If Tyros can do it, probably most heroes can do it. So just keep that in mind. So we're going to go back now to the screen with all the characters on it. There we go. Now that's level 50 done. Now, honestly, I did try this previously with Shanat. He can't actually beat the boss. I think the reason for this is because even though he has 3 marks or constellations that are good, only 2 of them are actually good against the boss himself. Actually, no, I think only 1 is. The other 2 are for the pillars. So keep an eye out. You want Astoria. Astoria is always going to be a great backup. Ciri, we probably can beat this with Ciri. Let's try Ciri, just because I know if people are endgame, they are going to have Ciri pretty decently geared up. So just keep that in mind. So we'll jump back in. We'll do one more fight. Make sure you select the Titan. It's really important. We're going to boost our stats. We're going to get rid of the shield. We're going to do our Death Coil, and Ciri comes through. And no! Ciri doesn't finish it off. Wow. Okay. My Ciri is, in terms of strength, my Ciri is stronger than my Inpus. But she only has 2 constellations matched up. So compared to, is it 4 that Tyros has? The amount of energy I've wasted trying to do this video. Yeah, right. Don't use Ciri, okay? Maybe you could if your Inpus was a bit stronger, but yeah, I mean, my Ciri, like I said, stronger than my Inpus. Not only that, her medallion is also pretty revved up with attack damage. So, oh man, that really sucks. It'd be really good if you could use her, but unfortunately, just not going to cut it out for this team. So yeah, Bliss, try and get him somehow. Again, he wouldn't need gear investment. He just needs to be at the level where he can have his ascension on his awakening. So I think that's gear 10. I don't even think you need the awakening. He just needs to be able to cast that second ability, which at max level would be gear level 7 or 8. And then you would need to have your Danae, your Tanita, and then your Inpus come through and take it out. So there you go. That's another strategy for the Titan fight. If you're struggling with any other teams. Like I said, you take out that Ciri and you put in your Astoria, this team will just, there will be not a concern in the world. So yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. We'll answer it to the best of my ability. And wherever you're on the world, until next time, please take care of yourself.